So a really hard-fought kind of 3.5 days from the West Indies. Showed a lot of character. First Test 100 for Cavan Hodge, but here we are at the end of day 4 and not quite the result they were looking for.
No, definitely, but starting with the good things, I thought Cavan played well, Ali Gaffney's played well. Joshua also showed his ways, and Mikael Lewis showed enough that he has the potential in his first series with only, just a little more than a handful of first-class matches to his name, that he's something to work with. And the West Indies will reflect a couple of things, the catches that they missed on that first day that could have made things so much better. And the bowling attack, I don't think it's fired collectively yet, and yet still they bowled out England 3 times on the tour. So that says that if things come together and the guys continue to work at it, that they'll be competitive. So playing England in this format at home is always tough.
You've seen cricket all over the world, and winning away from home is just about the hardest thing in Test cricket. But I guess those improvements that they made from one game to the next and that character they've shown is something to work with.
Absolutely. You look at Jaden Seals, and that's what we have to speak positives, because the West Indies bowlers, they kept coming. Up to today, Jaden Seals just kept coming, and he finished up with a 4-wicket haul. He had a couple of catches go down today again, so I love the spirit that I saw from him. Shamar hasn't been at his best, but he kept coming in, and Alzari had 1 or 2 moments as well. So if they can get everything pulled together and recognize also that Test cricket is not about 1 day or 5 sessions or 2 days, it is about, for as long as it goes, battling it out every day for the duration of the game against the higher ranked teams.
Now I know being in the commentary box there is supposed to be an element of objectivity, but how's it been for you as the kind of the West Indies operative and giving maybe Nasser and Atherton and those guys as good as they give?
Well, look, I think it's good banter. It's good banter in the box. Obviously, when the West Indies are doing well, to be fair to Nasser and to Michael and the entire group, they do give the credit. They want to see competitive cricket. They want to see the West Indies do well. Having battled so hard against the West Indies, they won't be disappointed that England have done what they did. So I'm at the age now where I enjoy the banter, but I also see fairness in my peers and the guys who I battled with.
A shorter game at Lord's, but there was still time for someone to ring the bell one morning. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, was it? That was scary. I'm very comfortable with where I was with a bat and ball in hand. I've grown to be comfortable with a mic in hand, and I just found that once I stepped up there to ring the bell and then I looked down and saw everybody staring at me, I started wondering, what's the right technique? How long should I go for? And it was very, very intimidating, to be honest, but I was honored to do it like everyone else who has done it. And I'll keep the photo for posterity. So thank you very much to MCC and to everyone at Lord's for that opportunity.
And just a final thought, one more game to go in this series, off to Edgbaston for the game on Friday. What are you kind of hoping for and maybe expecting for the guys for one more game?
If the guys could hear me now, they have to pick themselves up. I know it's hard, and I know maybe a lot of the mental energy was drained by their application with the bat in that first innings magnificent score, and they saw the capitulation in the second innings. But Edgbaston is important to continue learning. The Richards Botham Trophy goes to England, but then there's a South Africa series on the back end. So you want to, know you represent the people of the West Indies in every game you play with pride. And that should be enough to energize you. And if that's not enough, you're coming up against South Africa less than a week or about a week's time later on, and you want to go there with confidence. So there's still a lot to play for a team that's still learning.